the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to New Jersey Satellite Studio, where we show you the flavor of life here in the District of New Jersey.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to INCRadio, New Jersey Satellite Studios. Today is September. Today is Saturday, March the 30th, and the time is now 11:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which makes it 11:01 p.m. in the Philippines. I'm Sister Naima, and I'm happy to be here. I want to give a shout out and say happy birthday to Brother Paul, Brother Bob Pauline, Brother Albert Gerzon, my sister Nadira Walid. March the 14th, my niece Taylor turned 16, and Brother Martin Zerudo, as well as his beautiful wife, Sister Erica Zerudo, had a baby boy, Brother Luke. And I think his birthday is, he might be 16 days old now. So yeah, happy birthday, 16 days ago, Brother Luke. And turn it over to you, Brother Jeff. How are you?
I am doing okay, Sister Naima, and I hope everyone is out there is doing amazing. And once again, congratulations on the new baby. That's so cool. So happy for you. And happy birthday to all those who are having a birthday recently. And thank you to everyone who is listening and watching on today's broadcast, where we will be talking about gadgets and apps, technology that's useful for students to be successful in their studies. And, Sister Naima, I think we're always students. You never stop learning. So this tech can also be helpful for us. Okay. For all of those who are interested in participating in the hashtag challenge or posting your comments in Team Live Chat, please make sure that you are subscribed to INCRadio DZM 954's YouTube channel. And we have some greetings. So, of course, got to greet my home locale of Bergen, up in the northeastern corner of New Jersey. So, if you're ever in the area, come by, visit us, say hi. Have to greet someone here, of course. And have some birthdays also. So happy birthday to Brother Roger Villegas of Bayonne. And happy birthday to Sister Paula Laredo from California. And happy birthday to Brother Mark Tano from Florida. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to all. And Kuya Tech, if you have any shout outs to give for birthdays, please let us know also. It's a great time of year. It's nice and sunny out. As you can see behind me, this is not this was actually taken yesterday. So I feel like we want to let you folks and listeners know, what life is like in New Jersey. It can be nice. It can be quite nice. As a matter of fact, the temperature is currently about 49 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 8 or 9 degrees Celsius. So a little chilly there. It's sunny. It's a little bit deceptive. So it looks warm when you look outside, but when you go outside, you're still going to need your coat. The next few days, I believe, will be a bit cloudy and rainy. So, be prepared for that. But as they say, April showers bring May flowers. Is that how it goes, Sister Naima? Yeah. Okay. She's going to be the thumbs up. Okay. We'll move on to our next section, which is CFO in action. So, Kuya Tech, if you can give us what the action was from this week. I think there's so much action that it's taken a while to go. All right. So Tech, let us know whenever you're ready with that. But before we get to that, while they're getting ready, there are a bunch of great activities going on. So Saturday, March 30, which is today, INCPC open call for Southern Region in Aston Function Hall. Okay. And Sunday, March 31st, NNJ has a team building and socializing activity. So If you're around, go for that. And every Sunday at 9:30 p.m., the devotional prayer of all students via WebEx. And as usual, please check with your local congregation for details on local events and the daily evangelical missions. We know there's always great stuff happening in your locales, in your areas, so stay tuned for that. All right, Kuya Tech, are we ready for CFO in action? Do we have a lot of action to go through?
CFO in action.
The Kadiwa members in the District of New Jersey participated in the Kadiwa Forum activity. There, they watched a video about nurturing a spiritual mature youth. Discussion about social conformity. The Kadiwa were able to learn about how we should conduct ourselves as members of the Church of Christ. We should not conform to what is popular or what other people find acceptable when it goes against what is written and taught in the Bible. The youth in the forum were able to share their experiences as it relates to the topic. This activity further strengthened the faith of the Kadiwa members as they navigate their life as Christians. The CWS officers and CWS members in the District of New Jersey gathered together in their individual local congregations to hold their monthly meeting. Each local congregation discussed important topics that helped them grow and strengthen their faith. The meeting provided an opportunity for fellowship and mutual support among the young members and strengthened the bonds within the congregations. Led by District Minister Brother Alex M. Reyes, the Brethren in the District of New Jersey continue to be united and active in participating with all activities approved by the church administration. This was our CFO in action the last week. From the District of New Jersey, this is Sister Mylene Joyliano for more CFO in action next week. See ya!
And see you there at some of the activities coming up. And thanks again, Sister Mylene, who actually, she's not able to join today's broadcast, but she did give us some great notes on technology in school, so stay tuned for that. All right, and before I toss over to Sister Naima, we do have a question for Team Live Chat. So, Team Live Chat! What technology did you use in school or do you use for learning? Anything helpful? So, once again, Team Live Chat, what technology did you use or do you remember from school? Sister Naima, I think we can talk about that in a bit too after we get to the hashtag challenge. So, Sister Naima, can you tell us about this awaited segment?
Yes, we sure can. Kuya Tech, please play that bumper for the hashtag.
Now announcing our hashtag winners.
All right, so we have for the hashtag winners honorable mentions of the local congregation of Philadelphia. Congratulations. Our place number 3, we have the local congregation of Wrightstown. Whoop, whoop. We see you, Wrightstown. Second place, we have the local congregation of Elizabeth. Whoop, whoop. Still up there holding strong. And let's do a drum roll, please, for our first place winner. Is the local congregation of Aston. Congratulations, Aston. Wow, you guys are back on the board. Brother Jeff, what's next?
All right, Sister Naima, what's next is our main topic, which you may have seen the promo for, and we have some amazing guests for. So we are going to talk about Helpful Tech Student Edition. And once again, we're all students, we're always learning. So some of these can be useful for us. But those of you and those of us who are in school, and that's also why I'll be the one to introduce the topic because Sister Naima will be one of our subject matter experts here since she is a teacher. And we also have some great guests. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen them, but we always love them. All right. We have Sister Sadie Doc and I, Brother Ellis Doc and I, Brother Kason Doc and I from Bergen. All right, kids, can you introduce yourselves?
Hello, everyone. I am Sister Sadie, and I am 15 years old, a sophomore in high school, which I'm also a choir member in the locale of Bergen and the student president of our locale.
Hi, my name is Kason, and I'm in sixth grade. I am 12 years old.
And hello, I'm Brother Ellis, and I'm in eighth grade, and I'm 13 years old.
All right. Thanks to the amazing Doc and I kids. And if you didn't know, they're all also amazing singers. They are all in choir. So, once again, come visit us in Bergen, listen to them sing. Okay. And Sister Naima, can you talk about can you tell us about your background as an educator?
Yes, Brother Jeff. So I am a teacher by profession. I've been teaching for over 20 years in multiple different subject matters, whether it be special education, early childhood education is my specialty. So I work with kids who are pre-K to fourth grade.
Oh, wow. So, it's amazing how time flies, and I will be chiming in because it has been ages since I've been to school. Yeah, I see, Brother George. I see your comment there where you're mentioning attending school at the age of the dinosaurs, where you actually typed your reports, maybe using a typewriter. I remember typewriters too. So I also remember actual chalk. But we're going to talk about that. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so what gadgets do you use for school? So, all right, Sadie Ellis, Kason, can you tell us what gadgets that you use and maybe even show us?
So for school, we all use Chromebooks that are blended from the school, like what Ellis has shown. And we also sometimes use our phones if we don't have our Chromebooks or if we need to take alarms or calendars.
Okay, cool. Now, were you able to show us some of the things that you use there? I know Ellis had one. He was holding it up earlier. All right.
Yeah,
And once again, for everyone, just letting we may be mentioning some brands or specific names here. So we're not promoting. It just happens to be this is what they use, for apps and certain things. It's unavoidable. So these are what they use. So, Sister Naima, what do you use as an educator?
So we definitely use our cell phones, and there's something called the group me that we use to communicate, and we also use our laptops as it's like a professionally given to you, as well as the students use tablets. So those are some things we use as technology, smart boards too.
Oh, smart boards also, and once again, Brother George, I think you and I are on the same on the same page here. I remember actual green or black chalkboards, and the teacher would actually write with chalk. In grad school, it came to the point where they were using, well, they were still using chalkboards, but then you'd have the dry erase boards. But now it seems like we're going super high tech and probably more environmentally friendly, where we're using smart boards. From Sister Mylene, who's also a teacher, who you heard from in the CFO in action. She also uses laptops, Chromebooks. She also uses smart boards, and she doesn't use it just for teaching, but she's able to show movies on the smart boards. So there's some other things you can do around that. And she also walks around her classroom with a tablet where she takes notes, quick data, can take observation about her students. So you can see the progression of technology in the way that we use, even just from the physical technology standpoint. Once again, I think Brother George and I remember actual typewriters that had ink, or ribbon, or things like that. But those aren't the only things. There is also soft technology. So, what apps help you with your school stay organized, study better, help you with learning? Kids, go for you first. So, what apps do you use?
We use Schoology, like an app where you could see all your assignments. You could also see when the assignments are due dates.
So that
Yeah.
helps keep you organized. How about Kason and Sadie?
I use just like my alarm every morning to wake up. There's like a certain time. So 6 a.m. is like when I get ready and when I do all of my stuff and to get ready for school.
well, I also use Schoology for classes. Like there's folders for like different classes so that you know what to like do. There's like directions for like different things.
Okay, and how do you find that helpful? Like, how helpful is it for you? Do you use it all the time, or you just check on it every once in a while?
It it's basically used. All three of us use it because our school all uses it. So it's helpful for all of us since it organizes our stuff for us. We don't have to look everywhere and we don't have to lose things over it.
And I remember when we were talking earlier, you mentioned something that you used to learn how to code. Once again, technology is all based on coding and a lot of computers and computation. Can you tell us about that?
So it's a coding app I use in my computer programming class called Scratch. It helps us learn how to build and code games, and it just helps me to be creative and also learn how to code things not only in that but also learn how to do that outside of school.
And what kind of things do you code, Sister Sadie?
I code games mainly, or it's anything. It's just like a school assignment that's posted on that. So I usually submit it to my teacher. He looks it over, and that will get me a grade in my coding class.
All right. And Ellis and Kason, are you guys learning coding or any kind of programming or other technology like that?
So currently, I'm also using Scratch. I'm making a maze for one of my classes. So you have to like try to like get out of the maze and like beat the game. So yeah.
And Brother Ellis, how about you? Are you using Scratch also or learning how to code?
Uh, there's another thing, another website where I use. It's Replit, and you get a code to a website, and you get to make it on whatever you want.
Oh, so what kind of things do you make, Brother Ellis?
I made the website for the Philippines before because I had to do it for a school project.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. It's amazing because, Sister Naima, before I turn over you, and I was kind of like the s- technology for that in my end was like scissors and construction paper. I'm not really that old, but it is amazing how we went from hard physical things to making things more in terms of software and websites and stuff like that and coding. Yeah. Sister Naima, what do you use as an app?
So the app that we use in the classroom for my students is called iReady. And so it's an adaptive, it starts with like an adaptive testing tool, and it allows kids to basically practice English language arts and math in their own individualized path to help them get to where they need to be at the end of the school year. And it's usually from grades K to 8 is like the greatest improvement. They've seen improvements in reading and math and using this particular app.
Wow. So many things that can be used for learning. And we actually had some other people chime in on what they see in classrooms now or what they use for learning. Sister Angelica, who you've seen on some of our other programs, she uses an app called Notion. Once again, we're not promoting these, but we are saying that these are ways that can be helpful. So we're not promoting, but she uses Notion for organizing and taking notes. She uses streaming music for studying. She likes to listen to lo-fi. As a matter of fact, kids, what do you listen to while you're studying? Do you listen to anything?
As for me, I listen to a lot of music on the daily. You'll see me listening with my headphones in, but of course not at home because I have to help out with chores. But I listen to a lot of K-pop and a lot of international music.
Okay, Brother Alice, Brother Kason, what do you listen to? Do you listen to something while studying or learning?
Me personally, I don't really like music. I just like studying with the quietness.
For me, I haven't really been listening to music lately. I feel like it doesn't really help me. It just distracts me sometimes, so I just don't play it during class.
Okay, so it seems like it's very individualized. How about you, Sister Naima? I mean, actually, Sister Naima, we know of you as a singer. So do you sing while while learning, or do you listen to something, or are you one of the quiet people? What works for you?
Majority, honestly, when I'm planning, it's usually quiet for me, unless I'm actually trying to create something rhythmic for kids to remember as a tool for them to, for like a criteria for success. So I try to like listen to like fun things and music, but I don't listen to it while I'm planning. It's distracting, like Brother Alice said. It's a distraction for me.
Yeah, I find that with me also. I can't listen to anything that has lyrics or lyrics that I can understand. If it's in a different language, that might be helpful. But yeah, if it has lyrics, then it'll start to kind of implant in your head, and you start like sing along and then get distracted that way. Yeah, I listen to a lot of classical music while programming, or like what Sister Angelica said, lo-fi. I like, but yeah, Brother Ellis. Sometimes I'm like you too. You know, like to like to have it quiet when studying. Now, there's something also that you mentioned that when we were talking before, where it's actually originally a game, but can be used for educational purposes. So, kids, can you talk to us about that?
So it's Minecraft, and it can be used educationally and just for fun. So we have Minecraft education mode. It's free. You don't have to pay for it, but you can also learn inside of it. You can learn how to code. You can also like put a classroom in there. So like you can put kids and you could in there and you can make them learn history, English, art, and it can just help you to be more creative when trying to bring up a lesson.
Oh wow! So are you actually like you have your avatar as students in there, and you're actually in class in Minecraft? Once again, not promoting, but are you actually like that in Minecraft?
I haven't seen people do that, but like there's been pictures just on like the game where it actually is it people actually do that. But for me, I just use Minecraft to keep in contact with my friends, or I can code on it, or I can just have fun and be creative.
Brother Ellis, Brother Kason, do you use it for that too, or do you guys just play?
I play, and sometimes when I'm in coding class, you could code a game.
For me, I just usually just play Minecraft for fun because I have not used Minecraft education yet.
Interesting, and it's interesting that we're seeing that in school. Like once again, it started out as a game, but now it's being used for educational purposes. Sister Naima, is there anything like that that you use in your classroom or for learning?
No, we don't use anything like that. But the kids, they are very familiar with the Minecrafts and the different games that they play. So we do what was it, PBIS kids, when kids get a chance to practice and play. So they love that. I teach kindergarten, by the way, so they are really tech savvy at a young age.
Sister Naima, they might even be more tech savvy than I am.
Same. They're teaching me every day.
Yeah, so we're also learning from the students too. Okay, and there are some other applications or other programs that are used that people use for both education or being productive. One that my wife uses a lot, actually, and also I know Sister Angelica uses, and Sister Angelica actually gave a talk about that. Is Canva. Once again, not promoting, but it is an app. It's a program where you can use that for graphic design, maybe creating documents, and it actually shows you how to do so in a visually pleasing format. Actually, yeah, kids, do you use Canva or any design software at all?
Uh, so currently I'm using Canva because I'm like creating an article for English class. So I'm using like the templates in there to like help me create one of like the article, like an article.
I also use Canva to like make a poster or like a slideshow to present to class.
Recently, I just made a Canva presentation for my English class, and it's really fun because Canva has a lot of different templates. It can be like aesthetically pleasing, or it can be something pleasing to the eye that everyone has a different taste for.
Interesting. Sister Naima, what about you? Do you use any kind of design app or program?
I've heard of Canva. I'm definitely familiar with it, but I have not used it. I'm a PowerPoint kind of girl. So I use Google Slides, and, I might insert different images that I want to create. So not promoting, but yes, Google Slides is my best friend.
Yeah, similar for me to slides and also PowerPoint. It's so funny that it seems like there's that movement towards other software. So in that case, back in my day. All right. And yeah, kids, are there any other programs that you use or anything that you would like to mention? Any other kinds of helpful tech that you have?
I mean, that's like the only things I use in school.
If anything, we just opt for like Google Slides or other other apps that we have on our Chromebooks.
Email is also a good one because like the teachers email me, And like whenever I'm like behind in like a project, I just email them for like help, and I can like ask for extra help after school or before school so I can come in early.
Oh, Sister Naomi, we can't sleep on email. It seems like that was one of the early technologies that was being used, and it's not going away. How about you, Sister Naomi? Are there any other apps or programs or anything else that you find helpful in learning?
Um, Again, not promoting, but there is one in particular. It's called IXL. That's a really good program that helps kids practice specific skills in math and reading, and it also has science and social studies too. So IXL is really cool. I think that's one that kids can use if they need additional support with like those skills. And it's so funny to hear kids say they get emails from their teacher. I did not get emails from my teacher when I was your age. It was like you either know the assignment that was written on paper and do it, or not pass. So it was wow. It's just so interesting to hear.
Right, isn't it? It's amazing how technology is progressing. And, something else that Sister Teresa Castro, who, viewers and listeners, you might have seen her on some of our earlier broadcasts. I think she was one of our first, I think she was our first guest. She actually mentioned something called Reading Coach that was launched recently. Once again, not promoting, but they use it in elementary and middle school. And it is actually where a student creates their own character, they decide the setting, and then AI, artificial intelligence, makes a story based on their learning level. Sister Naima, you mentioned that there's adaptive programs that you use, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so actually learning these days will adapt to the student. Sadie Ellis Cason, I think maybe you'll be seeing that in the near future, where they'll use technology to adapt to your level and then help you learn that way to make it more personalized and also even gamify it, where you can get badges. Are you seeing anything like that, kids?
I know I took a Spanish test for my Spanish class where the test was personalized on our levels, and it helped me learn how to speak Spanish more well, and it kind of gave me an easier way to understand it, to understand learn new languages.
Yeah, and speaking of that, actually, Ellis Cason, did you have any other thoughts on that?
No, but
Okay, because we do know a lot of people are using language learning apps to learn other languages. It's not like how it was before, where you're just in a textbook in class. You're actually using those apps, and it's like playing a game. So, Sadie, Ellis, Kason, can you guys say that learning is fun these days, or becoming more fun?
It's definitely getting better, and it's definitely getting more fun, not only because we have all of our friends in school, but the way the teachers can also interact with technology and the students can help us make the day a little brighter in school.
Wow, brother Jeff, it's almost time for us to go. Oh my goodness,
Wow, time just
I'm just
flies.
flying.
Yeah. So, yeah, Sadie, Ellis, Kason, do you guys have any shout outs?
We would like to greet our friends and family.
We would also like to greet the locale of Bergen and also our resident minister and his family, Ka Hoven and Sister Donna Madrano.
we would also like to greet the district minister, Brother Alex Reyes, and all the ministers and workers around the world.
All right. Thanks so much, Sister Sadie, Brother Ellis, Brother Kason, for joining. And hopefully, we'll see more from you in future broadcasts. Got some notes before we sign off. Okay. Brother George Tully said he attended school in the age of the dinosaur and he read books, actual physical books with paper, and typed his reports. He also said that he typed his reports mostly because his handwriting is a little bit hard to read at any reasonable speed. Brother George, that's also me too. Ask anyone who's tried to read my handwriting. He also went to the library, and interestingly enough, you can uh, you can borrow books and audiobooks from the library using apps now. Um, there's a lot. And then Brother Abe Evangelista said he's not sure about her school experiences is relevant to this one because there's just so much technology. Sister Milka Newcomb, yes, Kamelka, and greetings to you and the family. Greetings from Mountain States, especially to the Doc and I kids. They miss you. And greetings from Nevada and Mountain States. Okay, Brother George remembers the erasers that I remember. Okay. Brother Abe also says they recently retired the typewriter at their local congregation but he misses the clicking sound that it makes. And organization, that's what he uses technology for. Teddy John Manale says, hello, everyone from Cagayan de Oro in the Philippines. Still remember using WordStar. It is a primitive word processing app they used in high school. So even then, there's a lot that we use. And then Brother Abe Evangelista says, people still use email. And from Cagagoria Fajardo, greetings to Sister Arlene and Brother Ruben Bustos from Bayonne. And Sister Mayan Manzano Garzon says, happy Saturday from Philadelphia. And Brother Robert Tapales, hi, Ka Robert, greetings from Florida. And I think that is our show for today. So, Sister Naima, can you take it away? Oh, but I think you're on mute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think we might be. Oh, there you go. I think we can hear you now, Sister Naima.
All right, so we like to, from our family in INC Radio Studios, we like to greet our station manager in the Philippines, Brother Arnel Solano, our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya. We also like to thank our behind-the-scenes crew for their help. Thank you to our brothers in tech for helping us on today's show. Special thank you and to our multimedia and District Christian Family Organization officers for their support in our programs. And before we say goodbye, we again thank our viewers and listeners for tuning in to this afternoon's show, this morning show. Coming up next, INC Radio New York Satellite Studios. See you again next week at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on INC Radio New Jersey.
And thank you again to everyone who joined in today's broadcast. We would like again to thank our church administration for their support, and also our district minister, Brother Alex Reyes, our assistant district minister, Brother Ruben Bustos Jr., and our Christian Family Organization overseer, Brother Bernard Garzon. Thank you so much for your guidance, support, motivation, and inspiration. And see you next week. And see now, INC Radio in New York.